Good morning, everyone. Everybody sent to change the country? Yeah? How many of you are voting? Very good. You should do that. Very nice. Many of you may have come to a situation where you do not have your voting card. You can get it done today. There is still time. They don't take more than an hour or so to get it done. You know, in our life, we always have monkeys who are troubling us. The firstly, the monkey is within us. And there are also monkeys around us. The moment you are not connected to who you are, there are monkeys within us, there are monkeys outside. So who are we exactly? We have this body and the mind and the body. And we say, what? I'm like that. And in which you forget that you have something else. And that is called Sat, Chit, Ananda. Actually, that is who you are. You are the truth. You are the purity. Absolutely. You are the consciousness. You are the bliss, Ananda. But because we are disconnected from it, so we say, this is me, this is me. Can you see my face? I was there in that group photograph, family photograph. But look at this family photograph. Let's say when you were a baby, you were such a small baby. And how come you changed? If that body and the mind is you, then why is it changing? Those thought processes which you have right now, did you have it 1 year ago? 10 years ago? That condition of life that you're leading with your mind and you say, I have to deal with this. And what will you say? You say, after all, life changes, so that is the mistake. And that is why all of us are continuously suffering away. So there is this vegetable vendor. He is to go down from his house and across a forest. Onto the other side, there is to be a hut. You know, there's Sunday market, Friday market, like that. So he used to go down there and sell his vegetable. He had to go to the forest. And the monkeys knew. So what monkeys would do, as soon as they would see it, they'd quickly jump across, you can visualize, and they'll come to the lower branch, and they're waiting there. And this guy going with the vegetable like that, and as he will pass to the tree, then monkeys will pick up the vegetable and go run up. The vegetable vendor was really getting frustrated. Then he talked to his father. Vegetable vendor talked to his father. His father said, oh, I forgot to tell you, you know, if you throw anything at the monkey will throw back whatever they have in their hand. So try this trick. So, this vendor, next year when he was passing through, and the monkeys picked up the vegetables and went up, so he picked up a stone and he threw at the monkey. He put his basket down and threw stones at 2, 3 monkeys. And monkeys also, whatever they had in their hand, they threw it. So the vendor was very happy. He put it into the basket and didn't hold it there. He held it like that and somehow crossed the forest. Came back and told the story to his family. You know, I defeated the monkeys today. And his son, he had to also go to school through the same forest. So his son was very frightened. He said, you come with me, monkeys will trouble me, monkeys will take away my bag, my water, my breakfast. The father said, listen, you do the same thing, what I did. You throw things at them. So this boy was pretty happy. And he went, monkeys did come and snatched away his tiffin box and went up. This boy put his back down and threw a stone at him. That monkey, he looked down and he told the boy, do you think you're the only one who has a father? You and I forget that we all have that great consciousness within. We need to stay connected, get connected, and that's the reason. First is what is that process of who is this that you need to be corrected and perfected? Let's say in a dark jungle, there's nobody with you. There's no light, there's no fire, and it is at night. There's nobody also excepting, I don't know if you've ever been. Have you been in a jungle in a dark night? Has anyone of you been? It is really frightening. Very scary. I am supposed to be very courageous. I have spent lots of time. I must have spent total of 2-3 years in a jungle. Meaning that many visits and nights I have spent there. And I can tell you, your hair rises up. And slight slithering noise, little crunching of the leaves, and you're scared somebody's going to come down. I spent nights in a hammock from a branch, and I could feel it's so dark I can't see down there. And I'm not very far up. I must be about 6 feet above. I can feel something is below me. So it's very scary. But think, in that scary part, I know I am there, no? Who's this I? It's in the body. If it is, the body is sitting there, you connected earlier, I talked about it. You're unconscious. Body is there. You're unconscious. Do you know that you're there? No. If you're in coma, body is there. Yesterday evening we happened to visit a hospital and then the patient came in, heart attack. No pulse for 20 minutes. And I saw the beautiful work of those doctors. They revived him in 20 minutes time, Columbia Hospital. His heart started pumping, but his brain was dead for 20 minutes. We don't know how will he react now, and we pray that he should become okay. But just think, body was there. Was he dead? No, it's a dead body. For 20 minutes it was dead. No? Then is the mind. Where is the mind? When you're sitting there and like that man who was lying down, heart is gone, is mind there? Now, so how do you know that you are there? So there is something else than the body and the mind, and which is called Sat, Chit, Ananda as per the Vedanta. So you have to become first be aware. That means you have to know. Like you study sound, light, heat, electricity, English, French, German. You have to know. You have to be aware. You want to learn sitar. You have to be aware. You have to be conscious of that factor. You want to be a great cook. You have to be aware. The consciousness. So first becoming aware, and second, in your meditation, there is a Vedantic way of meditation. Start practicing it. As soon as you sit down, generally you have millions of thoughts attacking you or passing through. So the yogic way of meditation, which is called the Patanjali's yogic method, which Vivekananda talked about as Raja Yoga. You sit down and you try to hold on to one thought. You do it either with a word or you do it with an object. Drishyana vidya, Shaddana vidya. Either with an object, that's the vidya, the knowledge, or you do it with a word, like people do Om or Allah, Allah, Christ's name, etc. That is yogic method of doing it. There is another method, the Buddhist method. What do? They just sit. Whatever thoughts come, they let it come. They observe the thought. Thought comes and thought goes away. And again some thought comes, again some thought goes away. They're just observing it. That's another way of meditation. The Vedantic way, there are about 108 methods of meditation, lots of them. Vedantic way is something which is extremely powerful and it has been kept secret. Nobody talks about it. Nobody teaches this. And the fact that we are talking and we are sharing, we are all divinely blessed to know a little bit about it. In which what do you do? First you become aware that I am not my mind, I am not my body. I am something else. Who is that? Imagine the mother. All the time the mother's mind and heart is there for the baby. Even if the mama is going off to sleep, that sleep time also she's thinking about the baby. But there is a time when the mother is gone off to sleep. Deep sleep. Notice first, mother is forgotten about the baby totally. Deepest of the, closest of the attachment that you have is gone. And the beauty part of it, mother is not frightened. Oh my God, I'm losing my baby. I don't want to go to sleep, I'll stay awake. Mother is not doing that. Supposing you come to know that when you go to sleep tonight, you will not wake up tomorrow. This is your last sleep or last night or whatever. You come to know. Somebody has told you and you believe in that prediction. Will you be going to sleep? So that kind of fear is not there in the mother. Mother is very happily going up to sleep and saying, one of you might say, do you mind? Mothers never get sleep. But you still do sleep. When you do, you're totally away from. Who's that? You have no thoughts, you're in deep sleep, you have no dreams, and you're not awakened. These are the three states. Awakened state, dream state, deep sleep state. And there is another one called the silent state. And you know this word that you see, Amen, or Amen, or Om. What does it mean? A-U-M, Om in English. If you see, if you have to say Om, the moment you have to say Om, your mouth has to open. Without opening the mouth, you can't say Om. Try it yourself. You will make a fun of yourself, so don't do it in front of others. So what does it mean? You have to open your mouth. That means what? You are becoming present in what does A stand for. What is it? The physical world, this world around. That is me, my body, and these things around which I can see with my eyes, make a taste, with my touch, with my senses. I can feel that world. That is A. O is the state called the dream state. A merges into O. Possibly you've never heard this. This is the Vedantic explanation. And from the dream state you go to, notice your A was to the physical world. As you open the A, you started saying it is the, whether Amen or Om, whatever you say, you have to open your mouth. But the moment you say Ma, Om, notice your lips has to close. That means you're shutting off that physical world. And This is called the deep sleep world, when your body and the mind is gone. And then there is another after the Om. It's called the silence. So you have the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, and silence. Now these three worlds is taking you in that meditative state. So what do? First, you're aware. I am not this body and the mind. Something else. I don't know what is it. Just sit. Thoughts are coming, not the yogic way, not the Buddhist way. Now what do? Just like a moon. It doesn't have its own light. Have you realized? The moon only reflects the sun's light. But you don't realize it. Most of us don't think of it. Very few will tell somebody, do you know that's not its own light? We know, we have studied about it, but we've forgotten about it. Or we choose to keep that in abeyance. So similarly, in that this body and the mind is like the moon, doesn't have its own light. What does it have? That awareness called reflective awareness. The Supreme Consciousness is reflecting on the mind on what? That thought which is coming. One is, hold on to that thought. Keep saying Shiva, 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 something like that. Or Allah, 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 something like that. But here what you're doing, that thought which has come to you, you know that that thought is a reflection from my consciousness. The consciousness is reflecting on the thought for me to become aware. It's like the moon. It's like a mirror. You take the mirror and you see yourself. So who do you see? You say, this is me. Is it you? Think. That's your reflection. That is not you. That mirror is reflecting your face. If there was no light, you will not see. So, light has to reflect through your face to the mirror and give you an image back. So what is it? It is the reflection. Supposing you put that mirror and imagine this is the consciousness which is, that is the face which is reflecting in that mirror. Have you realized? You cannot see your own eye. You can't see your own face. You can see a little bit here and there. You can't see your own face. You never see your own face. You only see it in a mirror. Have you reflected? If the mirror is down, you can't see your face. You need a mirror. Or a surface which is like mirror, like a water or something like that. Or a polished surface. There you can see your face. So, like that face through the mirror is that thought which is being reflected, called reflective consciousness. David Champfort, the hard facts of consciousness. There, Western world is waking up, psychological world. There's something called consciousness. You read that book? They're also talking, it's on my table. But Vedanta has explained so simply. So in your meditation, imagine that thought which is coming, you are not getting attached to that thought. What is that thought? I have got a message from the income tax, I am being fined. Now you start worrying. Thought has come, you started to worry. Oh my God, how much do I have to pay? I hope I don't get another punishment. I hope, now who's going to handle it? I think I'll go and ask CA Kishan sir to help me. Something like that. Now your thought is churning. Don't do that. Here what you do in the Vedantic way, it is called Advaita Vedanta. Advaita is all by one, only one. And that is you. And that's that consciousness. There is no different. There are no two. The entire universe is with one consciousness. And that is what all religions say, that kingdom of heaven is within you. You are that. So now, You imagine that thought is getting illumined by your consciousness, called the reflective consciousness. It's borrowing, mind is borrowing little bit of that consciousness to reflect on that thought. So what do? Just become aware that this thought is not me. Neither is this my mind. Neither is this my body. I used to have pain for last 2-3 days in my back. Today I don't have it. Thought. Don't keep thinking about it. If you do, little later you will get that pain. And then you say, I know, I have that pain. And so what do you now? You have put yourself, and with that thought of the back pain, it will never leave you. You say, oh, like that. No, you're making yourself like that. So, what should you do? Watch that I am not that thought, I am the consciousness which is reflecting on that thought. Just become what? Aware. Don't try to concentrate on that consciousness. You cannot. Just like you cannot see your own eye, you cannot concentrate on your consciousness because it is infinite. It is not possible without way. But what you can do, become aware that that thought is coming because of the consciousness. The moment you can become one with consciousness, you are Buddha, you're Paramahamsa, you're Jesus Christ. You're a great master then. Just become aware. And after this, the moment you become aware, something will happen. You will find that that thought is not bothering you anymore. Now what is happening is, you are getting detached. You're getting detachment from that thought. And at this time, the Advaitic Vedantic method goes ahead and gives you a very simple, powerful Shabdanuvidya I talked about. So, that thought is actually the Shabad, the word, the object, subject and the object. After this, you bring in an awareness of 4 words. One is Asanghatta. Asanghatta meaning I am that mother who is totally detached from the baby. I am that detached person. I am not attached to anything. The closest relation is the mother and the baby in the world, in the universe. Well, that is not me. I am totally independent. This, you become aware. Don't keep saying it like Rama, 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 Lakshmana, Lakshmana, Lakshmana. Don't say that. Don't do that. Just become aware. I am Asanghatta. And second is Sat Chit Ananda. I am the truth. I am the consciousness. I am the bliss, Ananda. You're just becoming aware. This is your meditation. Third is Sat Prabha. What is that? Have you noticed, do you need a torchlight to show the sun? So you don't need your thoughts to say you are there. Because you are there, you are extremely powerful, you are that consciousness. You are that one in the jungle who told you, I am there. Who told you that? That awareness. That awareness from that body for 20 minutes was gone. Because consciousness wasn't there. But now it has been brought back. And Saprabha is, I am always brightly illuminating. You will see things as you start to do it within 5-6 days. If you practice it regularly, you will start to see with your eyes open, with your eyes closed. Many things. I will tell you, you will start imagining. If you start seeing it, then you come and talk. You will hear many things. If you see a person, you will hear what she is thinking. And initially you will get alarmed. My God, where is this noise coming from? I got really worried. I asked everybody, can't you hear? They said, what? And they started looking at me thinking something has gone wrong with his head. You will hear. You will come to know what is your child, what is your partner, what is your friend, what is the guy, what do they want, what are they thinking. No one can hide things from you now. Because you've gone beyond that. And That is Satprabha. And after that is your all by yourself. Advaita. You are not dual. You're not two. The moment you start to realize, I am one, you will see in everyone, you will see, feel, and start to feel it. The moment you actually become inseparable from others, you are Buddha. But that's the journey of the meditation. So you take on, and during this few days of holiday, always bring in few things. One, faith. On who? On yourself. On your own self. Have faith. The moment you have faith in your own self, you will see you will have faith in your child. Faith in that student. Because otherwise he will not come to me. The fact that she is with me, I have the power to make her alright. Second, have loyalty. Loyalty to your family, to your friend, to your partner, to your children, to your organization, to your country. That's why I asked you, are you going to vote? That's your loyal action. You must choose. Truth. Don't allow lies to creep in. Whatever it has happened till now, it's okay. Sweep it away. Start from this moment. I'm not going to tell lies. It's not easy. It's pretty tricky. You will tend to say, just for the fun of it, and you will say, I'm just joking. Whether joke or not joke, lie is a lie. Jokingly you give somebody a slap and you say, I'm just joking. They will also give you a slap and say, I was also joking. That's not the world. So this loyalty, faith, and truth makes you a different kind of a person. Then it gives you a rise of commitment. I'm committed. I have to complete this. If somebody has asked me like this, I have to put something. Somebody comes and asks you, hi, what are you doing? There are two things in this. One, that guy has nothing to do. So what does he want to do? Come and dump. What are you doing? Meaning, I have nothing to do. Come on, let me make you also not do anything. That's one. Smile at him and say, thank you for coming. Anything else? Just say, anything else? You'll be surprised. Most of them will say, no. Just say hello. Say, okay, put your foot down, break your eye contact, start doing your work. Very simple way to get out. The second thing is, I told you two things. What is the second? That guy doesn't know what to do with himself. So he's come down to say, what is this? Give me something. And that is, you say, no, I'm getting bored. So nowadays, young boys and girls studied, done some degrees, got a job, earning a lot of money. India is doing very well, everybody is earning good money. And now, one bored young girl is finding another bored young boy. Both are bored. I have money, I have everything. I need now a partner. I think that's the answer. I need a soulmate. You haven't even know yourself, your soul. How are you going to find a friend of that soul? You have to first get connected with your own self. So what happens otherwise? A bored girl and a bored boy meet together, and soon enough, a year, 2 years later, they go. Why? They start to bore each other now. After all they had, how to bore. Whereas if you had the commitment of loyalty, faith, truth, commitment, when you do that, you will say, how can I make your life better? Without saying it. In every action you will say, what can I do? What is it I can do? And it is not just buying a 14th February gift. It is, what can I do? And that is not ethereal. It is beyond that. You cannot touch it, you cannot hold it. And that's called, have you noticed? You cannot hold faith in your hand, or loyalty, or trust, or commitment. But your actions show that. So, faith in your own self and great actions make great men and women in this world. By the way, what I spent just now is a small explanation of Swami Vivekananda's picture over there, and you must have seen two lines. Faith coupled with great action make great people in this world. That's what I was trying to share with you. Read those things with Vishwajit Sir's team, and they're all writing it every week. Talk about it to the children. The second, Paramahansa Yogananda's statement, discover your own self, know your own self. And if we do that, you'll be surprised there is no shortage for anything. Anything. A dead man will come alive. After all, Jesus did that, no? It's not a story. It is so. And there are lots of saints around the world, in India, are doing it, even today. It just happened in front of our eyes yesterday. That's the power of yourself. Get connected. Progressively. Start the journey. 100 meters dash, you want to be first in the race. But it has to start with the first foot, no? You have to take the initiative and start the journey. Start the journey. Have fun. Thank you very much.